There's always been something of a disconnect in the Cadillac lineup. Their big front-wheel drive sedans sold really well, but they didn't really fit in with the cutting-edge image that Cadillac wanted to portray. This redesigned XTS tries to bring it closer to the fold, so let's go take a first drive. The XTS is still based on a front-wheel drive platform, which it shares with the Buick LaCrosse. All-wheel drive is an option, as shown by the 4 in the badge of this XTS we borrowed from GM. Styling and tuning are much more edgy now. The car has much more of the sharp, chiseled edges you expect from Cadillac. It's especially evident in the front with a very short overhang. Things look a little more odd in the back though. There's a really long overhang, what seems to be the world's longest package shelf, and a very short trunk lid. All that results in a gigantic trunk with a really tiny opening. Power comes from GM's familiar 3.6-liter V6 mated to a 6-speed automatic. There's pretty decent performance here. However, for this price, you'd expect the automatic to have another gear or two. The XTS aims to be more dynamic to drive than previous large Cadillacs. There's big wheels and tires, even Brembo brake calipers. But our first impression is that the XTS falls short of being sporty to drive. Also, the car lacks the isolation that previous big Cadillacs had. Inside, you'll find a very spacious and well-finished interior. Lots of nice details here, like wood going across the dashboard, nice stitching details. The front seats, they're also quite well contoured. It's a big change from the couch-like front seats that you're used to in big Cadillacs. But the big news here is Cadillac's high-tech Q control system. First up, the optional gauge cluster has a choice of 3 different display modes: simple, enhanced, or performance. Also, you can use a button on the steering wheel to move through menus, like to find a song on your phone. The funny thing is there's actually a heads-up display that will display your speed up ahead of you, so you help keep your eyes on the road. A big center touchscreen has crisp and clear displays. It also lets you swipe the page, much like you would on your phone or a tablet. The thing is, all this takes quite a bit of concentration. You're often looking back to see where you are. You're often flipping through pages. There are voice commands, and they do work pretty well. Normal buttons and knobs are an endangered species in the modern luxury car. The Q uses touch-sensitive capacitance controls. You have to learn how to use these. First off, you don't touch the metal band, you touch the section above them. Too light of a touch doesn't work. You have to hold your finger there. And don't be too quick about doing it too. You have to wait for the tactile feedback to actually buzz back at you. The thing is, why should you have to relearn how to use a simple switch just for the sake of it looking cool in the showroom? It's a good thing you can buy an optional lane departure system. It actually buzzes the seat to bring you back to attention in case if you get tired or distracted and the car wanders out of the lane. So the XTS brings some dynamic advancements to Cadillac's big sedan, but the high-tech Q system isn't a step forward. We'll find out how the XTS stacks up when we buy our own to test here at the Consumer Reports test track.